What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online. Today we'll be starting our journey into 2.1, but a few things have changed since the last time we've played. A lot of time has gone by, and I've been pretty much just helping my other friends who have gotten to the game, not these two idiots, but some other friends, into the game, and getting them past the Realm Reborn 2.0 story. They've been enjoying it, I've been enjoying it, and yeah. So in the meantime, I've been I spent so much time helping them out that I've managed to get my summoner to level 60 before I even get to Heavensward. So that's what happens when you're focused on being helpful, I guess. Regardless, so to keep that from happening any further, I grabbed some other classes to mess with while I slowly but surely help them through the story. So I also have there's my summoner here as well. I got a cool new book from the market board. I thought it looked badass, so I snagged it. Goes with the nice aesthetic I have. And we have as well a Gunblade, which I've been learning how to use. Oh, look at you switching classes too. Of course, we have the Samurai now that I hit level 50. I can use my Samurai now. We have Red Mage. I have, of course, the Bard, which I'm refraining to use because, just a quick reminder for those who are new, I accidentally bought. I'm having an alt character on the side where I buy some skips on, just on the side for like other things. And I was supposed to send the Bard skip over to my alt character, but I wasn't used to the store and how it worked, and I ended up sending it to this character, and I'm not just going to waste $25. So I'm not going to use it until, of course, I've learned how to and gotten to a class to at least 70. Maybe even gotten to Shadowbringers. So I'm going to refrain from using that because I feel dirty using it. I'm going to be doing the Archer class on my alt instead. But of course we have the Scholar still, and I have as well Thermitage, Conjurer, and Gladiator as well set up. So we'll be checking that out. But I've been learning how to use these classes. Yeah, a lot. I've been learning how to... Do you mind? You are blinding the audience.
I'm trying to heal you. I'm the healer. I gotta heal you.
Fair enough. I've been
Stop
trying to
dying.
I've been trying to learn how to use these classes. So for the Gunbreaker, from what I understand, it works around a 3-part combo inside of a 3-part combo. You earn these things called cartridges. Combo. Yeah, you usually earn these things called cartridges, and that generally centers around the whole sort of shtick for the at least level 60. I've also seen that we got a lot of these abilities that do a lot of the same thing, and I've been warned not to spam them all at once, or the healers will be pissed at me. So if you're playing a tank, if you got all these abilities that you have that all look like they do the same shit, you're supposed to like spread them out. So I do know that much. I'm not ignorant.
Sure.
But yes. So the way I use Gunbreaker right now, and anyone can tell me if I'm doing this wrong, at least for right now, is that I kind of start with this sort of initial burst of damage, which starts with this combo here. Moving into that. Moving into my initial combo. Then we're going to use the other 3-part combo. And if I have another cartridge, I usually spend it on Burst Strike in this moment. And then go into just like my normal rotation until cooldowns happen. And that's generally how I feel like playing this class right now. I also got the AoE combo as well, which is pretty nice. I've been told that tanks generally have a very simple AoE attack combo, but yeah, don't forget to turn this on if I'm the on tank, and then turn it back off if I'm the off tank. So I'm not ignorant. I know a lot of people get mad if you don't understand these concepts, so I want to make sure that it's clarified. I am not ignorant to this ability. So every tank has one.
Tank? Put on the tank stance. Now you're tanking.
Turn it off, and now you're not. Yeah, pretty much. So that centers around that class. Of course, I have to... God damn it, I forgot to reset the enmity. Always gotta reset. Boop. And now we have Sam... You gonna let me switch? Sam...
No.
Let me switch. There we go, thank you. We have Samurai now, which I've been messing around with. And from what I understand about the Samurai... it centers around 3 combos that gain you these things called Sen, and then you spend these Sen by using your ultimate, your Iaijutsu. And generally speaking, you have the first one ultimate, which does basically like a dot the second one, which is an AoE, and a final one, which is like a big damage nuke. And so, obviously, the AoE is going to be used in only like the AoE circumstances based off of its damage numbers. I learned that. So basically, I'm just going to use it when I'm doing my AoE combo. Which is perfect because the AoE combo itself gives me... How's the audio by like Pikachu? It gives me both Sen...
It's good. Sorry.
Yeah, which gives me both Sen in order to basically launch into it. So it's obviously designed for that purpose. Which is really nice. But the initial opening rotation that I have here for Samurai centers around trying to use the Hibana ultimate while also being able to use the final ultimate in a quick, very big burst of efficient damage. So the way I've learned to do this is starting off with my combo, 1, 2, 3 combo, which will set up Hibana, and then start the second combo, but before we finish it, we're going to apply Hibana, and then hit the final ability in the combo, which gives us the Moon, and then we're going to activate that, and then that, I'm still learning these names, and then launch into the final combo. Bam. And then, of course, launch into the normal combos. And just go for the ultimate. And reapply Hibana when needed. Wait for cooldowns to happen. And that's pretty much the Samurai so far. Whoops. Hit that wrong. Take my hand off shift. And then... boom. And of course, you got these abilities over here, which are like all situational healing, stunning, and sort of all sorts of stuff. But it's really cool. I really like Samurai. And then we have the... Let me just go ahead and reset the dummy Anonymity. Boop. Anonymity.
Wait, Cameron, can you talk a bit?
Boom.
Just being quiet because
Yeah.
you're showing off your classes, so I'm not really to say anything.
Yeah, I think he might come across a little loud off of the headset, so I don't know. We'll see. But then I have Red Mage, which, from what I understand based off of reading its class abilities, it centers around that every other ability you cast is instant cast. And so, based off of that, and you're supposed to bounce light and dark magic. Given that I tried using, like, all of one type of magic all the way up on this bar here, and the other magic seemed to be a little less efficient, so it seems like you're supposed to balance them out to keep it efficient and quick. And then once you've built up your black and white magic, you're supposed to launch into a sort of melee combo, which is pretty badass. I really like Red Mage so far. But it also centers around this idea that you want to basically, how do I put this, hard cast the short abilities and instant cast the long abilities. And then throwing in these two whenever they're available. And then that will build up your meters on both sides. Here we go. And your goal is to try to basically get it up to 80. A little bit more black magic. There we go. There we go. Now we're going to switch over to white magic to build up that. We're going to use for stone, for arrow. We're going to just keep switching off. Now I haven't like fully like I just got these classes and messed with them, so over the course of a few days. So I am not like a professional by any means. So any tips you can give would be nice. But once you've got that meter up and it glows red like that, then you basically launch into your melee combo, which uses that up. And that's pretty much how I've got it doing right now. And then you just basically do the same thing over again, which is really cool. I like Red Mage. I like Red Mage a lot. I really like these classes. I have, like I said, waiting on using Bard. I use Scholar, but I'm still learning how to heal. I'm not a professional healer by any means. I've been playing mainly DPS, and then I got to work on these as well. But that's pretty much what we gained so far. I've also got the Collector's Edition stuff for everything but, of course, Endwalker, which I'm going to pre-order sometime soon. And that's pretty much that. I'm still working out my HUD situation. For now, this is what I've got so far. And generally speaking, that being said,
Red Mage because it's a jack of all trades, and
yeah,
even
it's a
though
really cool class. I really like
even
it.
though like, jack of all trades is not a good thing, but I mean, he can fill every purpose when needed, is why he's good in that regard.
I also got Blue Mage, but I don't think I need to mention that because most people don't use Blue Mage anyway. It's more of just a meme thing. So I'm just,
To me,
I just grabbed that off and I was just like, whatever. I do plan to do the stories of the classes on stream. Like, I just grabbed them. I know there's a little bit of story at the beginning, but I do plan to do the rest of their class stories on stream if possible. If people are interested, that is. But that being said, trusty old summoner. And here we go.
Alright, we should get going then.
Yes, we should. So I need to head to Minfilia and go talk to her.
Hey,
Yes, it's been a bit since I've played my last bit of story. I guess it's a good time while I load in here to talk about A Realm Reborn 2.0 when I thought about that. I really enjoyed it. Like, yes, there was really a few rough spots in it. Namely the Sylph storyline, the Banquet
Wine.
Titan storyline. Yeah, the wine storyline. That was the worst, honestly.
the wine.
A few tedious like storylines here and there, but overall,
My favorite was the wine.
I
Overall-
don't like the wine arc.
Overall, I still enjoyed myself. I really did enjoy myself. How's the audio, Pikachu?
It's good. I think Cameron's a little bit louder than
Yeah.
you. I think.
I know I can't. Well, I gotta fix that, or
Yeah,
Cameron's gotta fix that. I guess I could. Let's see if I can do this, Cameron. Cameron, speak.
Speaking. 1, 2,
Check it.
3.
Keep
Do I need to
speaking?
speak? Do I need to? Okay, I'm speaking more.
All right, I dropped his audio volume down, so maybe that will fix it.
that should be good. Yeah, that should be good.
Okay,
Technical
all right, thank you.
difficulties.
Now I just need to make sure the cutscenes are all good. I forgot what I set the audio to. Just want to make sure everyone can hear what's going on. But yeah, I've really been waiting to get back to this game. I've just been a little busy with some other stuff and some friend stuff, personal stuff has been going on. So we've been busy. Minfilia.
Pikachu.
Everyone's starting school. It's college season, so everyone's starting school. So
College
getting our schedules all lined up has gotten even worse. But regardless, here we are. We're working it out. So let's go ahead and start our 2.1 journey. This officially starts 2.1. Cameron, how long would you say the 2.1 storyline is going to take us?
Cameron.
Thinking. So your 0.1 would say like an hour and a half.
Hour
Maybe
and a
to an
half.
hour.
An hour
Really?
and a half.
Yeah.
Pikachu?
Again, it 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. You know, I'm
I know they're
dividing
all
them up.
okay, yeah, I know. I'm just simply thinking.
Yeah.
All right. Well, so maybe
I'm trying
one.
to
So
divide them
basically,
up.
maximum 2 streams.
Yeah, pretty much 2 streams should be good enough.
Maximum.
2 streams is definitely enough for at least 2.1.
He knows where I'm. So he's already in Heaven's Ward, so he knows where I'm going to stop 2.1. So that's which is nice. He's pretty much my guide right now. So
He's your,
he's my
he's your
guide.
eyes and ears.
Yes. But yeah. Apparently, this is where we're going to start to get some of the good stuff too. Gameplay wise. Minfilia. All right, you guys ready to start 2.1?
Yeah.
Yes.
Let us go ahead. Talk to Minfilia. They got 2 quests: a reoccurring problem and the story quest, the price of principles. What's the blue quest for Minfilia?
Pick that up as well. That's important to do. You need to do that for
Should we
this.
just do that now?
Yeah, you can do that right now. As soon as you initiate the first.
Well, it's given to
Unless
me
you
now.
could-
I don't have to do the first story bit apparently. I can just. It's
Oh.
giving me the option to do that right now.
Yeah, you have to do that right now actually because
Okay.
it's required a little bit later
Minfilia
in the story.
has need of your talents for re-emerging primal problem. Okay, for a re-emerging. It's been a bit, so I'm gonna be a little rusty on their language. I know you have scarce had a chance to rest, but I'm afraid there's still work to do.
These work always need to be done.
The ultimate weapon's destruction, 'twould seem, has served to embolden the beastmen, who now seek to call down their gods once more. Even as we speak, the Amalja, the Izal, and the Kobolds are making preparations for their respective summoning rites, and that is but the half of it. Much to our dismay, all three tribes were somehow able to procure vast quantities of crystals. Man, they've just been getting that crystal meth like crazy these days. My turn to say something. Basically, this means the primals will be stronger than they were before. Oh, is this like hard mode unlock?
Yep.
Far stronger. Their previous incarnations will seem as pale imitations. Oh, great. This is getting good now. The beast tribes, we believe, began hoarding crystals with a vengeance in the wake of the Ultimate Weapon's maiden appearance. You will remember that at the time it devoured three primals in one sitting. Yes, it was awesome. The Grand Companies are aware of the potential primal outbreak, alas due to the losses they incurred to ensure the success of Operation Archon. They are ill-equipped to take any meaningful measures. Ugh. After deliberation, the leaders concluded that they must needs turn to us once more. To thee. The etheric waves that were observed in Moradona do not appear to bear a connection to any beast tribe. Yet much and more still remains beyond our knowing. We must be prepared for all possibilities. I am loath to send you into the midst of danger again so soon, but none have proven themselves more capable against the primals than you. Will you undertake this mission, Soul? Of course. You have my thanks.
Of course.
I truly do not know what we would do without you. Go to Vegas, win some slots. Go ahead, Thancred. Thancred, it's nice to have you back.
Not trying to kill us.
Yes. With circumstances as they were, I haven't had a chance to properly express my gratitude. I owe you my life, Soul. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm just glad that you weren't fucking evil. Because that was way too obvious. I called that shit like way back. Like it's like all this bad stuff was going on earlier on, and I was like, where's Thancred in all of this? It's kind of sus. A string of failures had left me feeling powerless. I wanted to be stronger that I might do the right by my fellow scions. But instead I caused you all no end of grief and suffering. I swear to you, it shan't happen again. Good. Owing to everyone's ministrations, I am quite recovered now. I hope to return to my duties again soon. Again, we're part of the Co-Carnage coalition in here, so that's our free company. I have another free company on my alt that me and my friends are working on. Thancred's return marks the beginning of a new chapter for the Scions. Let us renew the fire in our hearts and continue to press ever forward. Now then, back to the matter of the primals. With no fewer than 3 of them being threatening to appear, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. We must take it one sure step at a time. Orianger, am I pronouncing that right? Is that actually his name? Orianger? I'm trying to make sure I'm getting these right. As the overview of the situation... Huh?
I don't know.
Okay. As the overview of the situation as it stands, please speak with him to receive guidance on your mission. Beautiful.
Pronunciation in these names are...
Yes, I finally think I learned how to pronounce the island that Lamenta is on. I think it's pronounced, and please correct me if I'm wrong again, but I heard someone call it La Noscia. So, from now on, that's what it's going to be called until someone, again, corrects me. La Noscia. Alright. Should we just continue on that thread or start the story?
Cameron, you recall.
Keep continuing on this because you need to do this anyways.
Okay, fair enough. 2.1 can wait. We got some hard mode to do.
It's pretty quick anyways.
Fair. Yeah, I know. It's already completing. Like right this
second. Honestly, the longest part of this part is the searching and actually going to destinations.
You mean
go to here. Go to here. Unlock this place. Boom. Done. Okay, now searching. Searching. Okay, now you're in the dungeon. Kill him.
Win.
Snap. Snap. He's dead.
Yep. Such knowledge as I possess of the beast tribes and their primals is at thy disposal. Whether man or beast man, we are wont to seek power when plunged into the black depths of despair. That despair doth begin with the Amalja, who may have already summoned forth Ifrit. With our comrade Thancred now returned, thou wouldst do well to seek his counsel. God, I love how they talk. No rewards! Woo! Is that it?
Yep.
All right. So, how do I actually unlock that?
Go to Sacred.
Okay.
Isn't it, Cameron? Is it, like I think because you have to go. It's in
You
the
already
back-
talked. You already talked to Thinker, correct?
No, I just talked to Olienger,
No.
and he told me to go talk to Thancred.
Yeah. Because he won't get it until he talks to Sacred.
Yeah, where do I go to get Thancred? Just tell me.
Thinker's in Vesper Bay. I mean,
And the Waking
Yes.
Sands.
the Waking Sands. He's in
Okay.
there. He's
Okay.
in that little big area, the storage area.
I don't
Yeah, he's just
assume
sitting
because
down.
sometimes they're like halfway across the world by now. Okay, yeah,
No,
you're right.
they're in the storage area.
Yep. Got it. There's a blue. Should have noticed that blue quest. All right, here we go. Ooh, company seals, huh? If it
Mhm.
bleeds, we can kill. If it God damn it! If it bleeds, we can kill it. God, that's a good reference. Except, is he gonna actually disappear? Oh no, sorry, I'm late this time. So sorry. Confirmation has just arrived from the Immortal Flames. 'Tis as Orianger said, I fear the Amalja have already summoned Ifrit. A confrontation with the Lord of the Inferno is inevitable. I would like nothing more than to lend you my blade, but the students of Baldesion insist that I refrain from taking to the field where it concerns primals. I know not the workings of it, but it would seem that recent events have left me especially susceptible to tampering. Makes sense. As much as I hate missing out on the fun, well, you missed out the first time. For everybody's sake, I must sit this one out. Instead, I will focus on gathering and analyzing data. Now, the Immortal Flames have already conducted a preliminary investigation into Ifrit. They may well have information that will be of use to you. Do pay a visit to the Hall of Flames and speak with the Commander Swift. One last thing before you depart. Doubtless you remember Minfilia's words. But this Ifrit is a far cry from the primal you first defeated. You will want to assemble your most dependable comrades for the mission. Hey, boys! Be safe, my friend.
Dependable. Okay.
I'm not in this then.
Well, great.
We're all gonna die.
There goes my squad. Great.
We're all gonna die.
Ugh, no.
Alrighty then.
Right. Go
I
to
gotta-
the Hall of Flames.
Hall of Flames. Oof. That is such a classic.
In the classic title.
Oh no, someone's playing some Zelda stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, diddle-da-da, 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 doo-doo, doo-doo-doo, diddle-da-da, diddle-da. Sorry, it's a good song.
I really like The Legend of Zelda,
Oh yeah.
especially Breath of the Wild.
So we thank you for coming. The Flame General will be heartened to hear that you have answered the call. As we have already relayed to the Waking Sands, Ifrit is returned. For the sake of peace of the region, we humbly request that you vanquish him. The primal is to be found in his domain, the Bowl of Embers. To get there, you must use the Beastman Aetherite found within the depths of Zahark, the Amalja's stronghold. The Amalja have constructed their own Aethernet from savaged Aetherite shards. This being the case, you should be able to use it without problem. No doubt you already know this from your fellow Scions, but the present incarnation of Ifrit is far stronger than the last. Facing him with any fewer than 7 of your stoutiest comrades will be ill-advised. This is all the intelligence we have to share. The rest is in your hands. I shall pray for your victory and safe return. Beautiful! Speak with Swift at the Hall of Flames. Completed. Now we need to make our way to the Aetherite Crystal.
Yes.
Alright, so I need to go to the Forgotten... a Little Alamigo will find. I'm heading to Little Alamigo.
Yeah, that's a good place to go.
Okay. So Cameron, what can you tell me about this Ifrit?
Big.
From what I've seen, he has a couple new attacks.
Oh, great.
Okay, from what I remember, actually, because I don't regularly do them.
Oh, I also got this beauty from friend codes that I gave from my friends to use when they, of course, started playing. Absolute beauty.
All right,
If y'all want any of my codes, let me know, and then you can use them free of charge. Not that I can charge you anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, so where are we headed? I'm heading to the thing. Oh, that's why I can fly. This is so great. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's so great. Oh, wait a minute. No. No, say they so. You won't let me through this, damn it. I can't go that way. I have to go around. It won't let me. It can't fly any higher.
Ow. I see you. I see your dodge.
I have to go around.
Wow. I'm so limited to my exploration.
It's at least better than having to walk.
True.
It's so much nice to fly. I'm a flying boy. Surely you're all jealous.
He can fly. He
Stallion.
can fly.
What?
He can talk.
He can
Yes.
talk. Stallion, walk.
No. Never again.
Dang, I tried.
Never again. I'm too lazy.
I finally get to use my mounts. So, y'all already here?
Yep.
Maybe. Yes.
Ooh, pretty. I like the color. Alrighty then. So, Cameron. What can you tell me? What should I know going into this? Ooh.
I don't say can't remember that much.
Well, first you need to attune. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You get.
Too far away. Well, how do I get close to it? There we go.
Well, you go
Just-
around.
Yeah.
there we
climb.
go.
Become monkey man. Return to monkey.
Return to monkey. Okay. Complete. And that's unlocked, I believe.
It's right here.
Simple.
Alrighty. Bowl of Embers, hard, now accessible. Here we go, first hard. So, do I need any specific things to be prepared, or am I going to fall off the edge like if on Titan again because you failed to neglect to tell me such things?
No.
Is he pretty easy as usual?
Yeah, pretty usually.
Okay.
Just a couple of new
If I
attacks.
if I make a fool of myself, it's on you.
You'll be on my grave.
Oh. Oh, whoa! That added a new thing to Duty Roulette. Nice. How do
Yes.
how do I specifically select hard mode? How does this work?
It should be in the same area where you've gone to the finder.
It should say right there hard mode. The Bulls of Ember hard.
Yeah, the Bulls of Ember hard.
All I see is Bowl of Embers, the Navel, the Howling Eye.
Going down. Let's go down to the list.
Below, it should be below Cape.
Oh, never.
West.
It's right in front of my fucking face. I'm so blind. Legally blind, guys. Legally blind. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Everything unchecked that I last checked.
Yes, is everything unchecked? Are you sure about this? Because I'm a
Yes.
healer. We're gonna zoom in there pretty quickly.
Yep.
All right. Boom.
Yep.
Command.
Look how quick that was.
Hey. So I guess I'm not the person who needs to have their short Q privileges revoked. Great.
Whoa, a short.
I'm the one that needs their short Q privileges revoked.
The power of the Schwartz. Dun.
Sorry.
Full party. Is it just the same cutscene as before?
Yes.
So I could just skip this.
Yeah.
There he is again. Nobody cares. I've already seen you.
Everyone is still.
If there's anything different and important, I won't skip. But if it's not, then I'm gonna just boom. All right, give me a second. Let me go ahead and place. Oh, I can't do that yet. There we go. There we go.
Alrighty.
Applying my dots.
That dude. Okay.
There we go. Pet mechanics, I gotta wait for them to actually happen. There we go. Oof.
There we go.
Beautiful. My dots are gonna. Ooh. I might get hit by. Nope, I'm good.
We should be murking him.
Yes, we do. Is the shard still here? The nail? Do we still have to destroy the nail?
Yep. Nails are still a thing. All right.
Okay, thank you.
He's gonna be charging a lot.
Okay, that's new.
I'm hurt.
Duly noted. When he does that, run away.
Cameron,
Yep.
why did you tell us?
I figured you guys would be surprised.
I'm sure if we were gonna die from it, he would have said something.
Yeah, it does
Where's
a
the
lot.
nail?
I mean, it does a lot of damage.
Let me know when the
but I
nail
mean-
spawns in. There we go. Alright, I need to apply my dots. Let me... Oop. Hello there. There we go.
Alright, go back in the middle, and then quickly go back out.
Yep.
Keep firing.
There we go. Making my move.
You seem to be taking a lot of damage, Pikachu.
No.
Nails.
Can't target. There we go.
We gotta destroy these nails.
Get the last nail.
I'm getting it.
Got it. Got one.
Ours is down. Here we
Oh,
good.
there's still one in front.
Wait, what?
There's
Right.
one front. There we go.
Oh, did we
We
make
got
it?
it.
Did we
Yeah,
make
we
it?
Then we got it.
Yes, we did.
Oh, that's a lot
Pretty
of smoke.
spicy. That's pretty spicy.
That's a spicy meatball. Oop, gotta move. Damn, okay, Ifrit. You gotta... I'm gonna keep my front a quick one, because... Uh-oh.
Oh, he's charging.
Oh, I'm just gonna stand here, I guess?
Oh,
Ooh!
no,
Oh.
I'm dead. I'm dead.
Oh, you're good, Dad? Hold up. There's a healer you
I
got,
got
Cameron?
I got
I got him.
Okay, good. There we go. Nice. Ooh, back up. Okay, hello there. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I'm gonna just... Oh!
Oh boy, get on him.
Oh! Okay, that was new. Be warned. He's almost dead, though. Beautiful.
Yep.
And... done! Woo!
No, you're dead. Skip it.
That's right,
You're dead.
Skibbity Bop. Bingus Bunger, you're
Yeah.
6 feet under.
Ooh, treasure coffer.
Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, Ifrit
Ifrit
Claws,
Claw-
Pugilist Monk. Do I'd hate to greed, because I don't really need that. Cameron, greed or pass? Your decision.
You left already.
I already left. I don't really care for that.
Oh, fine. I'll just pass. As
Yeah.
much as I like it, it's not. I'm not really planning on playing Pugilist Monk anytime soon.
Yeah, same. Neither am I. So.
I'm just gonna pass and come back for it if I need it. Probably well, by then I'll probably have better Pugilist Monk gear.
Pretty much.
Alrighty, that's done. Now what?
Now what, Cameron?
Back to Waking
Ophelia?
Sands.
Oh, okay.
No, go back to Waking Sands. You got to talk to
Sacred?
Ghostola.
Oh, your shoulder.
Oh, Y'shtola?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. That was fun. I like it. It's a lot more. It's a lot less mind-numbing than the first one, which was way too fucking easy.
I believe you talk to Ghostola now.
So we gotta. So to get mounts, I was told we have to do the extreme versions of those, right?
Yes.
Okay, so maybe eventually we'll get one of those. Yeah, because apparently, like the extreme trials give you these horse mounts. Maybe I like I said, I'm trying not to spoil myself too much, but I think they give you
You
these.
just did a tiny research that
Yeah,
could be not clear.
I heard it in a passing thing where apparently you're supposed to get some cool ass horse mounts or some shit. And yeah, really looking forward to that one. Where's Y'shtola though? Oh, there she is. Cameron, I think you're wrong because there's no quest for Y'shtola.
I think you have to after to do the other quest.
Huh?
Maybe you still have to kind of like talk to somebody with.
Because how do we unlock the hard mode Titan and hard mode?
Garuda.
With this very same thing.
I could talk to Yoli Anger. He has another blue quest. Papa Limo has a blue quest.
Papa Limo has the Garuda quest.
Maybe Garuda's next then. Not.
What does Yoli Anger have?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay.
He has nothing.
Okay.
He has his own things.
I'll do that later. All right.
He's like,
Garuda. Well, this is gonna be interesting. Garuda was actually kind of a pretty tough fight to start with.
Actually, I don't know anything, but I don't remember much of Garuda. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
So I hear you have triumphed over Ifrit, of course. So yes, this is the next one. This is no less a feat than I would expect of a warrior of light. But well done all the same. Spoilers! Now, I full had in mind to crack open a bottle of 1547 Brachius. Hey, do not remind me of that. But the celebration must keep. Garuda, I am afraid to say, has also returned. As you well know, Garuda's appetite for destruction far exceeds that of other primals. Not to dishearten you, but in her latest incarnation, the appetite has become nigh insatiable. In the short time since her return, she has already wreaked tremendous havoc. You must send her back to the Aether before she can do any more damage. In the meantime, Yada and I will assist the Order of the Twin Adder in their recovery effort. When you previously faced Garuda, 'twas the Enterprise that bore you through the storm that shielded her dominion. Well, that storm is as a spring breeze beside that she has raised this time. Okay, weird talk. No airship could hope to penetrate it. And so we must count ourselves fortunate that the Order of the Twin Adder chanced to discover a beast man aetherite leading into the Hollow Eye. Before you do aught else, I suggest you pay a visit to the Adder's Nest and have words with Commander Helixix. He will be able to tell you about the said aetherite, among other things. Make no mistake, the Lady of the Vortex will prove a formidable opponent, but I believe that you can weather the storm. May the 12 keep you safe. May the 12 be with you.
May the 12 be with you.
Boop.
Alright. Go to Gardenia.
Have you done this too, Pikachu, or no?
No, I'm doing it with you.
Oh, shit. So you just did story and that's it.
Yeah, this story.
Apparently, Cameron's telling me that these quests are important because you can't progress without them. You have to do them.
That's what happened to me, so...
So getting them out of the way now means good fortune later.
Yes. You don't have to deal with them later.
Which one is it?
Huh?
There's two.
I mean, there's two.
He has two quests for the...
Wait, read them out?
Or am I getting the wrong person?
Is it Papa Limo?
Wait, are you talking about Into Adder?
Yeah.
Oh, just read the one you're already doing.
Oh, no, never mind. There was an arrow. Sorry.
Yeah.
Reading the wrong one. Oops.
Soul of the Scions, we are grateful for your aid. As you will already know, the accursed Zal have summoned Garuda once more. Since her return, she has wasted no time in unleashing her fury upon the region. Extensive damage has been reported in both the Twelveswood and Corthus. She must be stopped, and soon, lest more lives be lost. In the name of the Elder Seedseer, I humbly request that you put an end to her reign of terror. As in the past, Garuda keeps her court within the Howling Eye, which is perpetually protected by a raging tempest. Fortunately, we have learned of the alternative way into her domain. The Zal have constructed a aetherite within Natalan, their stronghold in the central highlands and Corthus. The aetherite will take you to Garuda's tempestuous realm. We owe this discovery to the Ishgardians, who the Elder Seedseer says desire to repay the kindness you showed them, for the sake of our people as well as theirs. May your mission be met with success. Oh, that's nice of them. I mean, we only saved their ass from a heretic. Damn dwarvians.
Go to Camp Dragonbone.
Go to Camp what? Dragon head, you mean?
Yeah, dragon head. I said dragon bone. Whoops.
Well, here we go.
I go
Here
fly.
we go again. By the way, for anyone watching this on YouTube, wondering why this was that you're like, wait, was this streamed? I'm streaming this on Twitch because I want to actually test something about this. So I wanted to see how long it actually would take a big stream to be uploaded, out of curiosity. Let's take the Granny in that way. This thing's badass. So this is more of an experiment, but don't worry. I don't plan to do this every time.
No,
I just
you're already
wanted to
here.
see. What?
Damn.
Yeah, Cameron knows what he's up to. I mean, he's only been waiting for how long?
3 weeks?
Yeah. Wish it could have been sooner, but aw, I hear my dog doing her whimper thing. She's sleeping right now. She's barking in her sleep.
She's sweet.
She's sleeping and barking in her sleep. There we go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
Let me go ahead and just
Collect the crystals, Stallion. It is your destiny.
The crystals.
You are the
Delicious.
crystal bearer.
What is this? Fucking Atlantis, the Lost Empire? Alrighty then. Gents. Ladies, are you ready to die a horrible death? Because Cameron didn't prepare us for this.
Yes.
Yeah. I really don't remember much of Gruda's.
I mean, she has some pretty tough attacks that can lead everyone dead. So I'm expecting this to be a little more challenging. I don't expect it to be, like, bad. It's just going to be a little bit more of a learning process. We're going to probably die of trying to learn how to fight.
The ones I remember the most, it's Titan, Ifrit, then Garuda's.
Okay, duty registration complete.
Let's see how long it takes.
As I said before, we're probably going to die a few times. Because, again, but that's a learning process.
Here we go.
Look at that. Short cube timers.
Gotta love short queue times.
That's why I did my second character that has a
I
healer.
have no idea what to expect. Other than
Expect
what
for the
I
worst.
expect from her normal fight. But we can do this! I don't think it's gonna be hard, it's just gonna be like learning. Like
Just
once you
more
know
attacks.
how it works. Yeah, once you learn how her attacks work and how to properly fend them off, it's gonna be a really easy fight. Like crazily easy. God, I love Garuda's music. God damn it, Garuda's track is so good.
On polo. It is.
There
I've
she
seen it.
is. Long time no see. I mean, we literally just killed you like 3 weeks ago. Hell
Man,
yeah.
time flies.
It's badass. Oh god, her track is so good. I love her track so much. There we go. Let's do this.
All right.
Oh, didn't mean to do that. I just made. I sometimes preemptively pull out. There we go. There we go. Oh, she's moving. Oop. Is she gonna do a big attack? Oh, yep, there it goes. Okay.
Yep.
How did I know you're gonna get hit by that?
Oh shit! I died. Where did I just die from? What?
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Thank you.
Get the feathers.
I dodged that big attack, so I have no idea.
I
That
thought I
one's-
dodged it as well, but I died from it.
You
No,
did
I
too?
didn't die from it. I did die from it, but I took massive damage.
I died.
Yeah.
I still have a lot of damage. Can you get me covered? Thank you, Cameron. Or if that's not you, thank you to whoever did that. I gotta resummon my pet. Place on the boss.
I'm trying to put my shields on you.
Thank you. Come on. There we go. Let me get back in my rotation yet. I gotta learn what happened there. Because that was interesting.
So you're
Where
gonna
is
go
she?
in the middle.
She going in the middle? Yep. Ooh, careful. Feathers.
Nope. I'm getting one of the feathers. Oh, okay. It started moving.
She's moving in position.
Yep. Try to get the feathers.
I am. Tossing out. There we go. Ooh, ooh, uh-oh, time. Ooh, that hurt.
Hurt, but not killed.
Yep. I'm trying to pay attention to her attacks while also trying to do my normal shit. It's a little interesting. I'm used to not used to it though, that's for sure. You know?
Yep.
Beautiful. Uh-oh. That's new. Am I supposed to avoid those?
Yep. Don't get in there. It's vortex in there.
Okay, gotcha. Nice, thank you.
Again.
Woo! Oh,
I'm
she's-
being yanked everywhere, my dude.
We are being. Hey.
I'm trying to trapped on this end. Uh-oh, what the hell?
Oh, now it's on me.
I'm kind of on the wrong end, buddy.
Wait, there's two?
Uh-oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh!
There's three. What
Ow!
are these?
I want to make sure I get on this side of you. I'm
Oh,
hurt.
there
I'm
it is
really,
here.
really hurt. Thank you. I'm trying to space out my pet attacks because they can glitch out. Alright, we're almost there. Because server ticks. Apparently the pets don't work all the time. I've noticed that my pet attacks don't sometimes work if I use them immediately. She's almost there. Yes!
Power, no.
I still don't know how I died at the beginning, but I'll look back and see. Yeah, not hard at all. Not hard. Just a lot of new mechanics.
It just hurts.
It just hurts. What do we got here? Dark Knight. Garuda's Pain. I'll pass. I'm not going to get some Dark Knight anytime soon. I'll let someone else who might need it know more. I have a long way to go before Heaven's Ward, so let someone else get that.
One pull got it.
Nice. I'm trying to be nice and thoughtful. I can always go back. These aren't hard. Alright, next, go back to the Waking Sands again. Huh?
Yes.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Now for Titan.
Alright, who do you talk to? Oh, no.
I guess this one might be Y'shtola.
Yeah, this one's definitely just still now.
Y'shtola.
Yes.
Now, this one's my favorite.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Am I gonna get knocked off the edge a bunch again? Encased in
Um,
stone?
No, it's out of the two things. Knocked off the edge, or you just die.
Or I just die. I like it. Simple yet to the point.
I received three commendations that fight.
Did I receive any? Probably not. Alright, Y'shtola wants to talk about Titan. So both Ifrit and Gruda are now vanquished by your hands. Truly, you have earned yourself a rest. Would that you had the luxury of time to enjoy it. It pains me to say that Titan is also returned, and with a vengeance. As was the case with the Primal Brethren, he is grown stronger than he was before. When I went about my investigation, all indications suggested that the kobolds were nowhere near ready to resume their summoning rites. But it turns out they were deceiving us. I should have known better. The kobolds' subterranean domain runs deep, and they can easily hoard crystals with our being none of the wiser. And a vast hoard it must have been. Till now, Garuda was the most powerful among the 3 recently active primals, but according to our latest readings, Titan has surpassed that honor. Oh god. The primal's might is determined by 2 factors: the amount of crystals it has gorged upon, and the fervor of its believers. I would like nothing more than to measure precisely how strong the Lord of Crags has become, but I fear the time for such prudence has ran out. We have already received an official request for assistance from the Maelstrom, and as you might expect, it is addressed to you. For your previous encounter with Titan, you traveled to his domain by way of Aetheryte, first discovered by the Company of Heroes. Sad to say, this Aetheryte no longer seems to respond. But do not despair, for the Maelstroms have reportedly found another in its place. Convenient. But you'll want to speak the commander, Riki, at Maelstrom Command for the details. I cannot stress this enough, but Titan has grown fearsomely strong. See to it you spare no preparation.
Nah, he's fine. He's fine.
Spare no expense.
Having a tan.
Heading to Lenosha. He's just sitting there like, yeah, you thought I was one of the easiest ones. Nah.
Ha! Fool.
You fool. You fool. But I have become stronger than you. The upper decks. Oh, I forgot to even mention, now that I'm here, I might as well also show this. Character profile. I'm also second lieutenant in the Maelstroms. So, I can now officially buy property. Thank goodness. How's the audio, Pikachu? Still going good?
Good.
How was the cutscenes? I mean, I know there wasn't any speaking, but you can tell by the screeches of our Lord and Savior Gruda.
No, it's fine.
Ah, Lieutenant Pyro, your presence is most welcome. I chagrined that we must return you again to lay Titan low. No doubt this is yesterday's news to you, but the Lord of Crags has returned, more ferocious and formidable than he was before. We cannot fathom how the kobolds were able to obtain such vast stores of crystals, and in a short time, we will learn the answer in the coming moons, I suspect. But first things first, we need you to vanquish Titan before he and the kobolds have a chance to wreak havoc on Limsa Lominsa. You have felled the primal before, and we believe that you can emerge victorious once more. Glad to know somebody sees me as a victor. We've learned of a new Aetheryte that will take you to the navel. It's situated deep within Babagoo mines. Not the most convenient of locations, admittedly, so you will have to cut yourself a path. Please make all haste. Titan's mere presence emboldens the kobolds, and 'tis only a matter of time before they move in force against us. May the Navigator guide you on your way, Lieutenant. Ha! Oh, that's so cool! Did they just... No, hold on just a second. That's awesome. They just called me Lieutenant. I'm second lieutenant. So they address me every time I come to them for something, even in like a story, they always address me as if I'm like part of their group. Like there's actual separate dialogue depending on whether or not you joined their group, and separate dialogue depending on what rank you have attained in that group, which is crazy. That's awesome.
A great amount of details.
That is a good amount. That's a really good amount of detail. Oh yeah.
On Pikachu.
Huh?
In the maze.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Are you already there, Pikachu?
Yep.
Oh, this sounds like a fun time.
Oh, I see it.
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the polar bear that I got from this recent, I did the event off screen. Okay, so now how do I get there? That is the big question.
You go
Through a maze.
Oh, glorious frabtious day. Beautiful.
Okay, I found the way.
You have found your
I'm watching Pikachu on the map. Kind of funny.
Well, I am not looking forward to this at all.
You can
Doesn't
do it,
sound like very
Pikachu.
fun.
I see it. I'm here. I'm going. Ah, be chased.
You can do it.
Oh god, this is interesting.
Yeah, you did it with the Pet Chocobo as well.
Well, I got a fat polar bear.
Chocobo better.
Oh wait, I think I found my way. Ah, well, that's. Oh, there you go. I was stuck. Hello there.
Hello.
So, you guys come here often?
All the time. Can't get enough of those fumes.
Rare occasions, but yes.
Delicious. All right. Anything you have to tell us about this?
Eat this and delete this.
Hey, Eric. Magic. Magic. He's like, oh, polar bear
Magic.
flying. Is that because that makes sense? Magic. Magic.
Have you heard
He's
about magic?
I've heard of magic.
He slams down some more to make the ringer small
Nice to see you, Eric.
and rocks.
All right. Say that one more time because I wasn't listening.
Okay, so he slams on the ground more often to make the ring smaller and more rocks.
More rocks. Got it. Okay, good. Ready to do this?
Very bad rocks. Destroy rocks when you see them.
Okay, I will keep that in mind.
Activate
Not all of them though, because just some of them.
it. Not all the
Commence.
rocks, just some of the rocks.
You're
I
a
mean,
wizard.
if you
I'm a
can't do
lot
all-
of
I mean-
things. In this MMO, Eric, you can play every class. So I'm actually a lot of things. But right now, primarily, I'm a summoner.
Summoner.
I can summon the power of primals, especially these guys, basically, that I'm about to fight.
I can use star magic. Yes. Oh, why did you do it now, Dollar?
Here we go.
Now that I noticed it when I'm looking right now on your videos, son,
Yeah.
Oh, look at this skeleton, man.
the like cutscene and stuff it's a little bit lower than our audio.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
just
bumped
saying.
it up. I bumped it up. All right. Place. Here we go. Let me zoom out. Ooh, careful of that. Here we go. Watch out for the, watch out the edge.
Yep.
Destroying the edge. There, oh, that hurt.
Dang it, Pikachu. Why are you the only one that gets a lot of damage?
Ooh.
No, my fault.
Here he
Up
goes
here,
again.
Pikachu.
Nice. How's the audio, Pikachu?
No.
Here we
But
go.
here, I can hear it almost equally as our voices.
Does it need to go down a little bit?
Huh?
Does it need to go down a little bit?
Oh,
yeah.
rocks time.
Polar. Yeah.
Alright, I did a little bit. Oh, ow. What up? I died.
Get out.
Dang it. I'm trying to do this mid-match. It's annoying. I'm down. Get me up. I'm down. Thank you. Appreciate it. Try not to die here, guys. Oh, this is interesting, though. They're marked. I'm down again. Okay, what's killing me? I've never fought this battle. One, and down again. I don't think I was healed, so I think I took a little damage.
Yeah, I don't think you were healed. When you got
Okay, well, someone's gonna have to heal me when I get back up. Cameron? Cameron, I'm dead.
Okay. Yeah, no. Gonna take a little bit.
Okay, thank you, Eric. Oh, no. Accept that, thank you. I clicked wait by accident. There we go. I'm trying to look at chat. Give me a second. I need to pay attention. Oh, this is bad. I just got in. Don't kill me.
This is bad.
Heal me up. Thank you. I gotta summon my Eggy. There we go. I need to get... The tank is putting it in a weird spot. That hurt. It's such a tiny arena. I'm gonna get back here. There we go. Oh, shit. Ow!
Oh.
It could.
That hurts. That really hurts. I'm rocked. I'm rocked. Thank you.
Get him, Stallion.
Well, I gotta replay my dots. Thank you. Dude, that song though is kick-ass. Ooh, I'm hurting.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I'm
thank you. You down?
Yep.
Cameron, you got him?
Not really.
I gotta break these rocks.
You're the one in the middle.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm
Everyone's
dead.
going down.
I'm dead. You're right. This one is a little tougher. Oof. A lot more people are dead.
Keep him alive, Cameron.
We got shoot, we got a limit break too. He's almost dead.
It's the dancer against the Titan.
There he is.
We participated.
Hey, it happens. Can't sub to me. I don't know. I have to check that out. I don't know why that is. Oh, I think it's part of a Twitch affiliation thing. I think you have to become like a Twitch affiliate before subs can happen. Maybe. There we go. Oof, that one's actually... I see why you like that. That one actually was a
look,
little...
Red Mage.
Red Mage. I need that. I'm gonna go ahead and greed. That's so...
Here.
Well, I just got it.
Yeah, I'll pass it.
Oh, thank you. That goes for my Red Mage. Whew, that one actually was a little tougher. I like that. Red Mage gear. Hold up. There we go. Stupid
now he can start on this main quest, right?
Boom. There we go. Let's check out that new weapon I just got. Ooh, I like that. Look at that.
It's really nice.
Nice. I like that.
Very, very sexy.
Oop, wrong one. There we go. Change classes. No, I'm not going to New Gridania. I'll just use my card. What am my tickets? My ticket.
You tickets, please.
Okay, Santa. Oh, gee, thanks. Yeah, I thought the same thing too. Don't worry, the armor for that class that's just the starting armor for that class. The class armor gets a lot better, so I'm told, especially when you get into like end-game loot and stuff like that. But yeah, basically, in Final Fantasy XIV Online, you can play pretty much everything. You start as one, which I started as a summoner, but you can play anything that you grab. You can play. This is my Gunbreaker, which is a tank, which is like a gun blade. It's a sword on a gun. You have Samurai, which is pretty badass. This is my Red Mage. Bard. You have pretty much all sorts of different classes to play as. I only got like a few. So. Alright, that takes care of that. Is that all the hard ones, Cameron? For now?
Yes, for now I think that is.
Cameron? Oh, I
Cameron?
think he's gone.
Oh, I think he lagged.
I've been good this year. Well, I doubt that, but I'll check my list.
Naughty.
Yeah. But my class, this is my level 50 kit for Summoner. I can summon these tiny little things called Eggies. That's my Ifrit summon. That's my Titan summon, which is pretty much the guy we just fought. And my Garuda summon. Later on, I'll be able to summon even crazier, cooler shit, like a dragon. So, that's just how it starts. And so forth.
Okay, so
What?
it shows
Cameron.
like Cameron that he's muted. He muted himself.
Oh, did he mute himself? Well, that's great.
I think you should continue now.
Yeah, I think so too. That only makes sense. Yeah, I don't
Is
see any
that-
more.
first-
Yeah, I don't see any more new blue quests in here. Okay.
Yeah, just continue on your main quest. Go to Mephilia.
Oh yeah, he's
Okay.
definitely getting coal. He's definitely getting coal for Christmas.
Oh, why?
Nothing. Just because it's Chris. What can you do?
Oh, okay.
All right, Minfilia. Let's just go ahead and away that. Here we go. Ooh, okay. So we got all classes: ring of fending, maiming, and striking. I don't think any of these can really go in my summoner class very well. They don't go with my summoner class very well. I guess I could put them on my other ones. Okay. Soul, it pleases me to see you well. There we go. Alright, Tataru. Do excuse me for interrupting, Soul. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana Exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tartaru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Okay. You're dying laughing. Ever since we defeated Gaius Van Balasar and destroyed the Ultima weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how you will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. Got it. The gentleman Tartaru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refuse him, as I have every other merchant of
you're
his
close.
ilk. Alas. What? Oh, it's on
I think it's
yeah.
yeah.
Alas, the syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. When we formed the Signs of the Seventh Dawn, it was with the goal of serving Eorzea, not with interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet, if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to. Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Okay. You don't burden me, Minfilia. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Okay. There's a lot of reading. What?
Where's your friend Dora?
Dora?
Honestly,
You don't get it, don't you?
No, I don't, actually.
Do you get Pikachu?
no.
No, I think you're out of missing some context. Anywho, can't wait to get to Heaven's Ward where there'll be a lot less reading. Alright, Y'shtola.
Milady.
My lady. Recall you are meeting with the Admiral. Shortly after the Lamincians set word of the summoning of Titan, then mayhap you also recall my words to our host. I said unto whatever that name is, that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds. And that I can never pronounce her name. Her name is so hard to pronounce, the Admiral's. And that the Beastmen had justly responded. That we had been called to intervene in the conflict which she herself has invited. I spoke in short the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because owing no allegiance to Laminsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Lamincians to distort the facts to fit a narrative, which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Right, because they were the ones who set that up to begin with, by mistake. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Okay, so you're still definitely not for small job. Thancred. Fortune begets power, and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have power is beyond doubt. The question is, what do you do with it? You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Alhamigo could be liberated, if only the Scions would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is but one of many causes. We stand at the crossroads, so each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. So, I don't think he's good for it either. Alright, Papalimo. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of how many times I've had to explain to the people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters, mind you. If we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to ul'dal now, and be done with it. I'm quite sure Yada would enjoy the bribes. Ida, sorry, I gotta switch that. Ida, it's Ida, not Yada, Ida. I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalimo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know. Kidoki. Oh, the anger. 'Tis a lot of powerful to... His words are always so easy to pronounce. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate those powers proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our machinations, nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return, stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. The sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortune so finite. Doesn't sound like anyone's up for this sort of thing, huh?
No.
It makes sense, though, because at the same time, it's like, the whole point was, oh, Alphanod, how you doing? The whole point was just to help Eorzea's interest, but not that of the people's. It's for the people united, you know? In a common purpose.
I wanted to do something and I accidentally got out of the party. Can someone invite me?
Huh?
Someone invite me to the party.
After this, okay.
Is he quiet to you, Stelline?
Yes, you're very quiet, Pikachu.
Oh. Sorry about that.
You're fine. This situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, soul. Alrighty. Alphinaud, so is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave ul'dal. We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dalian territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an Aetherite. They know full well how beneficial one would be in our cause. Ah, so that's why we have to use the letters. Which is why it and other favors will be denied to us unless we cooperate. If ul'dal is no longer suitable, then where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place where all agree to be beyond their borders. So where would that be? Mordona. Oh, clever. Revenant's Toll, to be precise. It lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential faculties we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with ul'dal and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dal is our home, Alphinaud. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew is that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12. That. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphinaud. I am sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most... Huh? What, Cameron?
Oh, I'm talking.
Oh. Your concern is most generous, but no. I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Beautiful. So... I like blue, I'll just take blue.
Oh, like an invite.
I'm getting you there.
Nah.
Whatever. No, you never mind. Ooh. Invite.
You give invite now.
I gave invite now. Shush. Alright, here we go. Once again, Minfilia appears to be lost in thought. Okay. Leave ul'dal? Has it truly come to this? Oh, so, pray attend to Alphinaud. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphinaud waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. You got it. You got it, boss.
Yeah, boss.
You got it, Bubbles.
Boss.
I am Bubbles, the new costume designer. Where is John Philippe?
Where is Jean-Philippe?
Rush Hour is a gem.
Oh, yes. 100%.
Confound it. She knows what must be done, And still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. I'll have to look that up. What's her name? Though you may know her better as as the songstress of ul'dal. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea. Not to mention a certain Charlayan minstrel. Yeah. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adopting followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened. That her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia too struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Fallman's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation. Until recently, at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Fallman is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Ilud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress's description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be I don't even know what word it is.
Yeah.
I mean to set some of the words. I mean to set forth to Lenosha at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gingerju, again another name. I need to look up a dictionary as to the veracity of these rumors. Anyone know a good dictionary for the names and stuff? Because I would like to.
Final Fantasy Encyclopedia.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe.
Like it's the way they're spelled that makes them hard to kind of figure out sometimes. I guess I could just sound it out, but then it feels disrespectful to the character. I like to know their name properly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to know them as one thing, because if I do, then if it's wrong, then I'm gonna be stuck saying that over and over and over. You know? So I want to make sure I get it right the first time. That way I can make sure I'm not mispronouncing. I went the wrong way. I guess I could just teleport there.
I guess.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying this game.
Very much.
Cameron, do you think I can get 1.0 done tonight, or no?
I don't know. You're almost 2 hours in.
Yeah, it's because of all the other stuff we did.
Yeah.
What's 2 more hours, huh?
I don't know. I'm just.
Yeah.
Yeah, and.
What's more, right?
Huh?
What's more, am I right?
Right. That way we can start with 2.0, 2.2 tomorrow. I mean, 2.2, yeah.
Yeah, you got it right.
Sorry, mince words. There we go. There we go. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Makote muse, why have you forsaken me? What the hell? Titan's Bane, I mean, Soul, what brings you to my humble resort? Fallman, you mean to tell, you mean to, God, hold on, let me just, Fallman? You mean to tell me that the goddess made flesh, who dwelt amongst us until so very recently, was the songstress of ul'dal? Egads, man, if I had known that, I would have changed her to my bedpost and never let her. Oh my god. Okay. Someone needs to watch this, dude. Oh, for shame. To think that she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or whatever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks, and see if any witnesses might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel onto Wineport and do the same. Please don't remind me of Wineport. Got some bad memories there. Yoink doink, Wineport. Oy vey.
Off to Wineport?
Off to Wineport.
Your favorite.
Yes, very much so. So it looks like we got someone in here. There we go. Oh! Nice to see you again. Well, if it isn't so, the savior of Wineport, to what do I owe the pleasure? Ah, yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due. But her perfume was so hastily, I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Okay. So she was here. We're gonna just go ahead and fly up.
I could magically find them. Watch.
Ooh, there we go. You want to know if I've seen a Makode lass by the name of Fahlaman? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any descriptions for far too bloody long. Oh god, everyone's a pervert. Everyone's a bloody pervert.
Disgusting.
Have no manners, apparently.
Who needs manners?
There we go. Yoink. I see you have had many grand adventures since we last we spoke, so you must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago. One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating, yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. Okay. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation, and asked me, hello Cameron, and asked me where she might find some of those flowers. So I told her to follow the road south and into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Okay. That's where we're going. Wow. Where we heading this now? Okie dokie. We're gonna go all the way to the south. Luckily, we can fly.
Very convenient.
It's so nice. Doing quests is so much more fun when you can fly.
Flying.
Flying, yes.
Flying. I believe I can fly.
It is so much more fun. Ah, here we are. Now where are we going? There we go. Huh. There they are. But is it them? That's the question. Oh, hello there!
Oh no.
Oh no. What am I ever going to do? Bye bye, Gabu. There we go. Here we go. I am in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gabu until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I... Fallman? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? Hello there. It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of ul'dal, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say, Alicia, is looking for you. Alicia? I'm going to say it like that until I can read it better. You are the very picture of health, my lady. Yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I am fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time was right. Oh? Well, that does please me. More than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lo Noscia aside, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport say. Alrighty. Let's go back to Wineport then.
Like, hush.
We.
So in total, we have 80 quests to do in this storyline till Heaven's Word. How many? Do you know how many quests are in the 2.1 arc?
No. I didn't count them.
Good. Alrighty. I'm not like in any rush. I'm just curious. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought them back. Let's do this. This is not at all how I envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Yeah. Cooking sherry. Alright, we got aiming, healing, and casting. I'll take the casting, thank you. I can use that. Fallman. Striking, aiming, and fending. God damn it, another one of these. Okay. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off to the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the Waking Sands. So this is her mother? Interesting. Well, that was very convenient. It just teleported me back. I like that. Can we do that more often, please? Minfilia. Here we go. Antecedent. You have a guest. Oh, yeah, there's the face. Lahoman? Asilia? I was expecting a slap. How dare you? Where have you been?
Baka.
I haven't seen her like this in years, Soul. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead, but What kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay away as far away from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endangered you, and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue what you did, achieving things I would not even have imagined possible. I followed your every success, and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I gotta get used to that. Holy shit. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. It's crazy. Celsadia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. This is touching. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Sol, however. I could not have made it without him. Thank you, Sol. Thank you both. Nice. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years, you kept it? My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to ul'dal. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was La'almin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both. What I say?
Your best niece?
Oh god, it's one of those. Oh no! I can hold it.
I can tank it.
One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it, nevertheless. So I gave it to La'almin as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you may still go. What the hell was that wording? Further, you must still go. Oh, I see. It was okay. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could have ever hoped. You have succeeded where I failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and what it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave ul'dal. La'almin. You built it once, Asilia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? That's so sweet. Alphanon, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. Man, it's crazy. I love when things get changed, you know? We've been here for so long now, it's like, wow, the thing that I'm not going to be coming here anymore. That's crazy.
Good thing you used your tickets.
Oh, yes. Were those only good for this?
So far, you still need to use more
Okay.
where I'm at.
We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldesion. Preparations begin at once. Love it.
Lovely.
Love it.
Cameron, you still there? No. I guess not.
Yep.
Alright, next mission?
Truly. Striking. I don't know.
What do you mean?
Beautiful. Next mission. Here we go. Okay. Here we are. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there's so much to be done, and so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild, representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original camp, Revenant's Toll, would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing, and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new faculties, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, Antecedent. Oh? Really, Alphanod, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. Oh. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphanod, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Soul, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance. Southbourne spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate the Garlean Castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome in Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. I see great fortune in the horizons.
I see money.
I see money.
Ka-ching. Chica.
Well, well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Soul. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, at first intendant. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest, after all. You have traveled so far, and there already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. You got it. 2 seconds later. All right, what's the next quest?
It'd be like that, though.
You know it to be true. Whoa. All right, hold on. Extended cutscene, I see. Ah, so, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphanod has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. Okay. Sure, my lady. Let's do it.
Now.
Now.
Oy.
You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in an ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. Ooh, I like it. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tatru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? I too have news to share. In expectation of this monumentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Rahaban included. Nice. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off our vestiges of our order veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. No shit! Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have the right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in doing so I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire, to you, my fellow scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great. I say yet no greater than us. What?
Oh, nothing.
Oh.
I was just searching.
I say yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and again, united as one. Beautiful.
Very beautiful. Where'd Cameron go, though?
This is cool. I like that. I like the idea of change.
Ghost.
Because this is very smart, because it could feel safe if you keep going back to the Waking Sands, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, you know?
Oh, Wicked Sands. Wicked Sands.
So a nice change of pace would be nice. There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Fallman to teach me the basics of mining too. Ooh. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphanod, I mean? It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild. Mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Southbourne. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road, and represent us well, Soul. You have no worries, my lady.
No worries are a lot of worries.
Now that I'm out of the room. Oh my god, I'm so fucking nervous. I can't do this, Pikachu.
Oh God.
Is the hurricane really bad, Cameron?
How's the
bad.
weather?
We're getting 20 miles per hour. And
Ooh. Hello there. I saw that mount before. Wait a minute. Isn't that the new store mount?
the robot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad. I mean, look, okay. I know a lot of people are probably upset by that, and rightfully so. That mount could easily be in the game. But at the same time, and I do understand. I agree. I think where I sit on that is, I don't really care, but I know it sucks. Because at the same time, like, you're paying for the game, you're paying for a subscription. They really shouldn't be putting cool stuff like that in the store. But at the same time, as long as the money goes towards development of the game, I can't really hate it either.
So you're kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it's more of a gray area, if anything. It's like, if it goes to the game, I'm fine with it. But it still shouldn't be there, you know.
Yeah.
But I do understand the needs for money. But that being said, I just hope that this doesn't become like a reoccurring thing. Because the problem with companies is once they start getting the taste of the moolah they can get from adding cool stuff to the shop, it can go. This is where the part where it can go the wrong way. But knowing Yoshi, I don't think Yoshida's gonna do that. But only time will tell how this all turns out. You know. Regardless, it's still a cool mount. I was told to expect a Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Soul. You have something for me, yes? I do.
These nuts.
Wait, is our place gonna be that where we had the Reaper? Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? With that, we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest. Don't you even think about it. Please, no more wine.
More.
All the sounds and mounts here. Oh my god.
No, you have to make cheese now.
It's possibly a primal. Okay. Level 70 weapon coffer. What the hell am I giving a level 70 weapon for? I'm not level. This is level 50 quest. Okay.
Item level. Not at
Okay, never mind. Thank you. Got to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. It's about time! But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. Okay. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may get a bit ruckus at times, but I imagine it'll be as good as a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me and I'll show you around.
Women is
Uh-oh,
whamming.
getting the call. Is that you, Soul? I'm quite sorry to interrupt, but I have the most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Was everything quite alright, friend? I'm gonna have to leave, dude. Duty calls. I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see you to all necessary arrangements. Pray return at any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm gonna guess it's a primal, considering the quest kind of spoiled it.
Spoilers.
Spoilers? Oh my god.
You can't do that.
Boop. I'm out of letters now, by the way.
Oh, well, you're out of letters. You're out of letters. You gotta go.
I used a lot in trying to help my friends through the story, so that is how
That's
it
a fight.
goes.
Well, you just gotta go walking then. I mean,
Gotta
flying.
walk it. Gotta walk it. Hello. Just kidding.
Hello.
Walked
Skipping
by a
the light
dancing
day.
lady. Well, I just got done saying how it's gonna be nice not coming back here after all the times you have come back here, and here we are coming back here again. That's how it goes, I suppose. I suppose. Well, my business is in the soul, right? The solar. Don't tell me. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, damn it. You know, I'm dumb. I did this again. I went into the place and I realized at the last minute, oh wait, I'm supposed to talk to someone outside the place. I keep forgetting that's a thing.
So
Well-
you went all the way inside.
Yes. Back out to Vesper Bay. I gotta speak to Tartaru. I let it pass my objective. There we go. Sorry. A messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to the conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Zal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Now I gotta go inside. Wonderful. Now I enter the solar. My dog is sleepy. Minfilia. Let's do this. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gordania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, soul. The aesthetic waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Ordianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to one observed more than 5 years ago. Thought I had hoped the Mughals guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander Hillux. He awaiteth thee at Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, soul. Ida and Papalimo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light in the crystal. Of the crystal, yes. In the light of the crystal.
In the light.
Why Palpatine? May you ever walk in the light of the crystal. To the Adder's Nest. Away! To the Adder's Nest we go. Hi ho diddly o, to the Adder's Nest we go.
You ain't pirate?
Technically.
Technically, okay.
A pleasure to see you as always, soul. Thank you for answering my summon. Quite frankly, I could think of no one more qualified to, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. Yes, please. I got a buffalo! Take a chill. Take a chill.
Yes.
I got a
Yes.
buffalo. I got a new pet.
Oh, nice.
Minion guide. Oh, wait. Whoop. First, I gotta pop it. There we go. Beautiful. And there it is. I guess I'll just throw you right
In
here.
the bottom.
I have too many pets. We also got a level. Where's my weapon coffer? I was promised a weapon coffer. I do not see a weapon coffer here. Pikachu?
Yeah.
I do
Yes?
not see the level 70 weapon coffer I was promised. Oh, there it is. Okay. Not bad. Now, what does that look like? Is this it? Cancel. What does this look like? I mean, it looks cool, but nowhere near as cool as what I got, and I don't think nearly as powerful.
I'll take it, but no.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Hmm?
Hail to the king, Kupo. Oh, God. And we're gonna deal with Moogles? Oh, yes. Here we go. Except, not long ago, the Moogle Kupla Coop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seaseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Trollswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from Kuplo Coop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Okie doke. Ooh. Now, where doth we be going? This way. You got it, boss. I love it.
I
love it. I love it. So the Moogles are back. Alright. The other scions have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Yes. Oh, is this gonna be a cutscene? Oh, never mind. Oh yeah, I forgot how pretty this is. Oh, doff, yes. Oh, yes. Forgot how lovely the place was. Alright. Here we go. Here we go. Jesus. Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm thrashing is in order, yes? But no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Coop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, soul, and upon such short notice. Truly Gordania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summon you. Our friend Kuplo Coop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that good King Moggle Mog XII has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literal endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Mughals. So, good King Moggle Mog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Mughals should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down, but good King Moggle Mog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Mughals came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moggle Mog XII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mughal kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that the good King Moggle Mog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes and summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared?
Who?
Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Gridania humbled and the ultimate weapon with Gruda humbled and the ultimate weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought unto a very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of the chosen few. To you who have braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, the latest period of peace would doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. It makes sense. I think the Mughals' guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes, come what may. I assured you, the Mughals' guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Moggle Mog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo, verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Soul, confront good King Moggle Mog XII, and drive him from our midst. Yeah, let's do it. Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Mughals' guard and their liege lord is concealed by the magical wards. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel, or you proceed any further. You got it. Looking forward to it. Hopefully it's another primal, because I like slaying the primals. I would love to slay the primals. Do you like
Love it.
slaying primals, Pikachu?
Yes, I love slaying primals, even if
I
they
love
kill me
slaying
so many
primals.
times. They clap my cheeks hard.
Yes, but as we've gotten more and more, we've done better and better. The point is, they're not hard, per se. They're just a little difficult at the start. Trying to learn all their stuff.
No, you guys just suck.
Wow.
Well, I guess you're not getting any Christmas presents either.
You're getting coal.
You're getting coal, just like Chris.
I like coal.
I like coal.
Why are you so close to your mic? Welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order?
Well, McDonald's want to take your order.
I like a Big Mac, some large fries, and a large soda.
Get the fuck up, bitch. We're not serving you. Get the fuck away.
The customer's always right.
The customer can suck my ass. Welcome, soul. Welcome. That you should be the one to face good King Moggle Mog XII is of greatest comfort. Of great comfort. What? No. May his name ever be praised in the sons of the 50th millennium of the second Falcon. I don't know. To me and to the elementals both. As I am sure you know, the Muggles are not by their nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus, does it behoove us to defeat him quickly, before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seek the king. Oh, fuck. Let's do it. Brother Isumiyan would untold secrets. The wards bearing access to the king's sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The self-same method employed 5 years ago when the first king was summoned to Eorzea. Right. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. Wait, let me read that again. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kuplo Koop confided in me that he had been entrusted with the set of keystones by the Muggles guard themselves. Yet wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the king's sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Muggles might succumb to the corrupting influence of their liege lord. We must needs have Kuplo Koop's keystones, so pray go to him and beg for his assistance. He awaits you at the West Shore Pier, and press upon him our great need, and I am certain he will yield. Okie doke. Lancers Guild. Beautiful.
Gonna be a lengthy one though.
Is
One
it?
quest. No, it's just like a lengthy just to be able to get to this fight, you know.
Yeah. Cameron.
Cameron,
Yes.
there he is.
Have I made it to the proper arc yet? Or is there still a lot to go?
Yes.
Yes, and what?
Yes.
I'm not.
Where does this story end, pray tell? Without spoiling too much, if you can.
When you go back to Mordzona.
So wait, so the whole Kupo, the Moogle
Koopa
thing,
story.
this is 12.2.1 and that's it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So, how will you do it, Kupo? Oh, he told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweet Bloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. Muggles have always fascinated me, because they were like my first introduction to the franchise, given that, you know, Monster Hunter, when we played Monster Hunter World, they had that a big, huge event, right?
Yeah.
And so obviously that is how I found out about I knew about Final Fantasy, and I played like a little bit of 7 back in the day. I don't remember much. I think I remember the general story, but I know I played it. Regardless, Muggles in general, though, were my introduction into the idea of coming back.
Like I think also what got me to play more Final Fantasy is basically the Muggles and Kingdom Hearts, you know?
Yes, the Muggles and all the Final Fantasy elements also in Kingdom Hearts got me interested as well into the characters. That being said, though, hold up. Don't you dare lie to me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this higher? I still need to pronounce the races, too. Imperials, Gardenians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kinsmuggles. He's plot treason against the crown. Oh god, here we go. Enough. Kuplo Koop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Moggle Mog XII. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. Uh-oh. What, no fight? Come on! I'm ready!
No.
Damn it. The king is planning to purge the Trollswood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. Muggles are so cute. They're adorable. Although a little mischievous. The entrance to Thorn's March is deep within the Bramble Patch. Kupo, if you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Muggles Guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Escort Kupo safely through the ward. Oh god. Is this easy?
Yeah.
Thank God,
Yeah.
'cause I hate escort missions. Who does escort?
Can we just get him in one of our hands and just fly?
Is he coming or not? Oh, there he goes. Is he just gonna follow me?
Yeah. Well, yeah, he's gonna.
Is there any
fly.
way to cheese this, or do I just have to bear Binning Garrett?
You have to go. Yeah, just keep going forward and make sure to kill the enemies.
Okay, that's done. Oh. No, you don't.
What you do?
Alright, here we go. Now, where am I actually going? Okay, through the line. Okay, got it. Escort missions. Why is it gotta be so slow? You're coming? This... I gotta stop and make sure he keeps following me. Hello there. A hostile presence is detected. Oop, that's the wrong enemy. Well, too late now. Thank you. There we go. Beautiful. Next. Come on. Who frickin' does an escort mission? Apparently me.
Me, myself, and I. think we're about to hit like 5 hours so far.
Huh?
I think we're about to hit 4 or 5 hours. I think
No, we've only been streaming for almost 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah.
I felt more actually.
Yeah, it always does. To be completely honest.
Onwards, we're almost done.
For 2.1?
Yeah, you're actually really close.
Are you sure this is the end of 2.1, Cameron? You said you looked it up, right?
Yes.
Okay. Beautiful. That's nice. So this is pretty short. We're going the right way, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I remember I went to the opposite way where I'm supposed to go, and then I was like, wait, where am I supposed to go? Wait, why there's no enemy chasing me? I'm still lost. Then I pull up to my map, it's like, oh, there.
Ah. I gotta make sure I don't get too far away, otherwise it'll get in trouble. I don't want it to go all the way back. Keep going, Koopo. I'm doing it! Shut up! Don't make me turn this van around. I'll turn this around.
Go
Oh
on.
shit. We're being attacked on multiple fronts. You will not hurt Koopo. Oh god, it's one of these. This is gonna be fun. Jesus, Cameron.
What?
And there we go. Nice job, Cameron. Thank you for your assistance.
No.
Nobody likes the escort missions.
No one likes it, but everyone has to do it.
Alright, Koopa, let's go.
Alright, go.
I know, I gotta wait for I gotta wait for the Moogle.
He comes. He follow you.
Okay, I know, I
Okay,
just didn't. It
before.
says that you get too far away, I just wanted to be safe. Alright, here we go.
No.
We're here, Koopo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? Alright. Are you ready to face the king, Koopo? Then step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you attune to an aetherite, Koopo. I'll open the way for you. Oh. Is this a fight?
Yep, this is it.
The rest is up to you, Koopo. Now go and teach those foolish Moogles a lesson, and send the king back whence he came. Oh, I've never done. It's just gonna give me the hard version. Okay. Never done the normal version, but okay, we're just doing the hard one now, huh?
Yeah, there's no normal version.
Now, after this, you could go to Orlanger and get the extreme version.
Ooh, my first mount time? Alright, you guys ready?
Yep.
I have no idea how to do this, so this is gonna be interesting. Anything I should know?
Just beat up Moogles the first few.
Just beat up everything.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. Whatever.
Become a bully.
Become the bully. Alright. Push people into lockers. Steal their lunch money. I have to embrace the bully.
Embrace the bully, but don't be a bully.
How's that supposed to fucking work?
Oh, this warrior has full armor.
Easy. The warrior is too strong.
What Simmons hells are they? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. Yeah. Muggle's Guard, to arms! Defend the king, Kubo!
Little sword, that's so cute.
It's so adorable, but they're probably ruthless as hell.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Alright, summon Ifrit. Place on enemy. Or not, okay.
Bully them.
Ooh, bully them! We gotta go to bully! Launched! Major attack! Beautiful.
Right. Next.
Ding.
Damn you.
Goddamn Muggles. So cute, but so ferocious.
How's it going, Pikachu?
Nice. Such weird sound effects. You know? I love their little. Aye! It's not fair. I love their little sound effects.
Yeah, I like the little ball above their head.
Yeah, but it kind of scares me because when it's red, it makes me think of. They all float down here. How's it sound?
Good.
Are you sure about that?
No, it's just because of my end.
Well, we got a lot more. I guess I could use Bane real quick. There we go. I guess it didn't
Almost
work.
at the main event.
What?
We're almost at the main event.
I love it. I love the music. This is awesome. I love the sound for this one. This is good.
Sounds silly, but yet chaotic.
I know it's like what would you call it? Chaotic neutral?
There we go. Here it comes.
Uh-oh. What? Now what?
Now we watch.
Then we pray.
The fuck? What the fuck?
Got.
What?
Done.
Okay. I dance for my king.
No attack.
Now kill everything! Burn it all to the ground! Oh my god, the music.
Yeah, the music. The great King Moogle.
Kill him! Kill him now! What is that? Is that a big damage field or what?
Oh, it's
What?
paralysis, I think.
Uh-oh. Watch out for the AoEs. I'm being attacked. What the frick is the music?
Don't ask me.
We kill those little Muggles? Ooh, ooh! Ah. Oh! Ooh, 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 ooh. That hurt. I'm not gonna make it.
Oh no, bro. Oh no.
Oh no, bro! I will keep sustaining damage on the boss. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. God, this is so chaotic. I love it.
I can't see.
My eyes! I love this. This is awesome. Dude, this is crazy, dude. Oh shit, that's a big one. Ugh.
You guys kill small ones.
Kill small ones?
Yes.
Okay, well, he's almost dead anyway.
Because it doesn't really matter. That's no, though. Not really dead.
Little one doesn't want to go Betty by.
There we go. Let me just apply this stuff on this guy. I'm in trouble.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. Yeah, there's no way of escaping that one.
No. No.
Oh no! Oh no! What happened? What happened? What did we miss?
That's what happens when you're gonna kill the small one.
Oh, okay. Got you. Okay, thanks.
So we have to restart. We have to restart.
I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the ads for you, Cameron, because why not? I'm tanking it.
And of course, I was the only one that survived.
Yeah.
the healer survived.
Ooh, Jemima.
Next one.
Ding. Damn you. God damn it, Moggles!
Pain in the ass. It's one down.
Alright, adding to the next. Uh-oh, we got some more in behind me. Taking out this one.
So many powerful effects.
Everyone focusing up. These small ones have a lot of health, though, to be completely honest.
Yep.
There we go. More.
Give him all you got, Captain. Alright, last
That's
one
fine.
until summoning.
Yep. You got it. Man, say what you will, but these guys know how to make some crazy fights. Who's using the marks?
I have no idea.
Well, I guess we
Probably,
should follow them. Yeah, we should probably follow them. They're doing it for a reason, clearly.
Now, we got.
Hell yeah. So that's what that's what the melee weapon came from, Pikachu. Remember the the melee weapon for Monster Hunter.
Get the little ones.
I will.
Okay.
Going for it. Oh. Back up. Yeah, don't want to avoid that.
You done with that? One of
Yep,
them.
that one. Got that one. I'm
Yep.
going for number
Go for
two.
number two.
Number two. Going for number two.
Ooh, no.
Ooh. Okay, hold up. Hold on a second. Oh, I'm getting attacked by the king. Who's not pulling the boss? I'm dead.
Oh, the tanks.
Well, then so the other tank needs to become on tank, I think. Both the healers are dead. That's a problem. Okay.
Great.
So that's Taryn, why aren't you healing the tanks?
I am healing all of you. I have 20 shields on you. And I mean,
Oh, tank.
come
one
on,
tank's alive.
Pikachu. Come on, Pikachu, you can do it.
There's no way.
Pikachu. Ah.
Yeah. So the problem is the tank needs to hold the boss so that we can go. DPS can go after the
And the healer heals him.
Is this a trial or a raid?
Trial.
Okay. Yeah, DPS should be going after the little guys, the tank support, off-tank support, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got attacked by the boss, and I was like, wait, oh shit. Because I wasn't expecting the tank to not...
I didn't expect the Karen die right there.
Oh, camera
I tried to heal resurrect.
I can always battle raise, you
healer.
don't forget. I'm a summoner, I can battle raise. Okay. Basically, go for the Moogles in order because they're marked for like reason. Let's just focus on what the mark says.
So we go combine attack.
Yeah, we combine damage to get them done quicker. Be more efficient at killing one or the other. Less Moogles on the board means less damage, right? Going out. Makes sense in my mind. Ah. There we go. Big nuke. Probably should. There we go. I got 300 damage. There we go. And that's down. Number 3 Moogle.
Get over here.
Gonna back up out of that. That's not a good AoE. See how fast we take them down together, so we need to work together. Alright, here we go.
I'm in. I'm in.
Alright, here's our chance. Yeah, dance time.
I remember doing this fight over and over because everyone keeps going separately.
Oh yeah. We got a lot of sprouts in here, so I don't blame them for not understanding.
We have
I'm picking it up as I'm a little bit. Alright, go for one.
Number 1. Magician.
Go for the magician.
It's running away. Why are you running?
Why are you running? Why are you running? Alright, go for 2. I gotta move.
Oh, 2 is down.
Nice, go for 3. Ah shit, I'm trying to mark 3. There we go. Nice. Moving on to 3.
Three, get over here.
Don't you run from me, 3. You get your justice darts.
No, I'm frozen.
I'm gonna just go for this one over here. It's already hurt. Ow, 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 ow. Alright. That one's down. Is that one more down? No, just a couple ones more. I gotta get into position. This floor's a little messy. Hold up. Everyone's dead. I'm dead.
Don't touch that floor.
I didn't touch it. Someone else did. I'm down. Cameron.
It's my split cast.
Moogle's almost down. I'm dead. Thank you. I got up. I'm up. Is that the big white mechanic?
What?
What?
Nothing hit me. Okay, I guess.
I'm down. If you want to try to get me.
I can't. My switch class is locked. My switch class is locked. Not enough MP. Shit. I didn't pay attention to my MP gauge. Hold up. Alright, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna hit you up. It's gonna test me a second. Sorry. I didn't realize I didn't have enough MP. You're good.
Healer is joining the battle. I need healing.
Give me a second. Take a chill.
Don't worry, I'm just on the
Not
floor.
enough MP. Oh. Did we do something?
Oh, we beat it.
Oh, wait, did we? Okay, good. You take 60 elegant tombstone of poetics. Nice.
Yeah.
He's like, I'll get you next time, Gadget.
I'll get you next time, Gadget! That was a cool, strange fight. Really strange but cool fight. Right. Can I access the loot? Thank you.
Can I revive?
That's a Sam. I'm gonna greet that because I have Sam. Could use that. You have a revive?
No, I got
No.
it. I got it.
Nice. I like that fight. Now that I know the mechanics, a lot easier.
All right, so that song. Does
Huh?
it sound familiar?
I got a "This Is Halloween" vibe, to be honest.
That's what I got as well.
You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Moggle Mog XII, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more. Nice. I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggle's guard when you did. Thank you, soul. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words with them too. You should go tell Puckney Pack, that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Ryo at Camp Tranquil, and can relay the news to the chieftain. You got it. Ah, Moogles. Such a fun little sort. Oh, we got a follower. I'm not used to having followers. Just noticed that in the feed. Did that even play? I'm gonna replay it just because. Do I not have that active? How dare I? Hold on just a second.
You're
Let
a
me
disgrace.
let me just go ahead and fix that real quick. I didn't realize that I was on the wrong one. Hold on. Where that's hold on a second. Let me there they are. Okay, hold up. Okay, we're good. That's active. And boop. There we go. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. While I'm here, I might as well hit these other ones too that were from before that never because they weren't on this type of stream. Then we're gonna hit that one. And we're gonna replay this one. That's really loud, and I'm sorry that is deafening. There we go. All played. Good to go. Recent followers played. Feels bad when I didn't realize that I didn't copy the widgets over to the other version of the overlay. So now that should be fixed. You hear? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So gotta go to here we go. So you're sure that is 2.1 finished, Cameron?
I mean, you still have like a couple more quests.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much yes.
Okay. Just want to be clear because if that's the case, then that's good. We've done good work today. Here we go. Oh, we got some in the chat. Sorry about not noticing you. I'm not used to the I'm still getting used to the idea of someone being in the chat a lot.
Notice me, senpai.
It's I'm not used to the attention, which is, something I really should get better at. Was not expecting to have anyone. I was in the middle of reading too, so I should look over at chat more often. Alright, do I dare believe my ears? Good King Moggle Mog XII, may his magnificent virtues serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Mogglekind owes you a debt, Kupo. And I sense Ryo wishes to congratulate you as well. I shall let the two of you speak without fear of interruption. Nice. Alrighty. Let's do this. I love the name too. Look at you.
What?
Yeah, you're not gonna believe who followed me. Did you see it?
Hubba bubba.
Yes. It's not Hubba Bubba. Hubba Bubba's chewing gum. It's Prince Habibu.
It's a big boo.
Prince Habibu. If someone gets that reference, good. Your bravery in service to the Trollswood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, soul. My sister will doubtless wish to hear for the tale of this great victory from the mouth of the man responsible. Pray return to the Lotus stand and treat her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet to freshen your mind. That's unfortunate. I feel a little bad because I didn't notice the person in chat. I was too focused on the story. I got a little caught up in it.
Sorry.
Not used to the whole splitting my attention between two different things yet. That's like I always tell people, like, it's not easy like doing streaming and stuff because like you got like you're either doing it for the community. I see so many streamers who stream and then they can't, like, a lot of times when they're playing a story game, people get mad at them because they don't pay attention to the story, mostly because they're too focused on chat. And then there's people who get mad because they're not focusing on chat at all because they're too focused on the story. And that's the problem with streaming, is that it's really a talent where you have to kind of work both of the sides, and it's not easy to keep your attention separated between two different things, especially when you're enthralled. And because games in general are designed to pull you in, like suck you in. And so when you're asked to like pull yourself back out, it's not as easy as it sounds when you're enthralled into the good story. You know, let me get around this person. There we go. The Elder Seed Seer is expecting you. May I show you in? Of course. There we go. Let me close the map. Khan Isena. So, you are returned to us, unharmed and victorious. Thus have I two reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Well, you see, what happened was... Okay.
We died.
Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Muggles don't worship him, for one thing. He's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. Then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains that through a combination of the power contained in the crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Muggles called forth a being that by right should not exist. Moreover, then when slain, said being left no corpse. The Aether, which comprised him, instead being scattered into the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. Which means, Asians, this whole business reeks of their handiwork. Yep. Hoopo. They said it was a masked man who had taught them how, years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Ah, here we go, the Asians again. God damn you, Asians! Confound it all. How many more will they ensnare with their tainted gifts? Too many, I fear, so long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build their pyre, and crystals to feed the flames. Ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a solitary one. My heartfelt thanks, soul. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable, and the Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Scions shall not wait for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to the Revenant's Toll. Brilliant. We knew we could count on you, my lady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seed Seer, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands and appraise the antecedent of all that has transpired. You got it.
You got it, boss.
You go to Bobos. No, I got no tickets. I have to do it the old-fashioned way. Well, this was a fun storyline. I like that. I honestly, even if it was a little tedious at times, it wasn't bad because it was short-lived. I feel like a tedious gameplay can be fine as long as it's kept to at short length. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
Well, much better than the wine.
Oh yeah, that wine went on for what felt like ages. But because it was a whole part of a whole grand narrative, it felt really badly paced. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
So, what do you think is a good stopping point, Cameron?
Well, apparently, once I get back, he'll explain it to me once we get there.
Yeah.
We're close, right?
Something will pop up.
I was telling you that you finished 2.1.
Yeah. Well,
Because my dog probably wants
kinda.
to go to the bathroom, don't you, girl? Yeah, I know. We're almost done, buddy. I'll take you out here in a second. Thanks for being patient. I love you, my buddy. Hold on just a sec. I know. Give me just a second. It is good to see you. Hail and healthy, soul. I received word from Ida and Papalimo that you have felled the good King Moggle Mog XII, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was, as they said, summoned with the same method used by the beast tribes to taught by the Asians. Blech. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the elder Caesar of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, soul. Alright, talk to her again. The Gifted. Cameron. The Gifted. That's part of the story, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are at long last ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So, as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Toll in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it is still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, soul. Upon my departure, the King's Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premise will be given into the care of Orianger. I had thought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant, and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Mayhap it is best that we do not forsake them entirely. Orianger shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12, we will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, we will not be alone. Alicel shall continue to work closely with him as well. Alicel, yes. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurance that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Orianger, would you inquire him of if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape the feeling that I have forgotten something important. Give me a second, buddy. Cameron, my dog is impatient. Tell her it's gonna be soon.
It's almost done.
Thank you, dog. I see you. She keeps pushing her like, stop licking my arm. I'm trying to use this for keybinds. I love her. She's a sweetheart.
Tastes like corn chips.
Like corn chips.
Alright, go lay down. I'll be with you just shortly. Go on, buddy. Go on. I love you, buddy. I love you. Go on. Go lay down. Go lay down, girl. I'll be with you. Thou art ever welcome, soul, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verify thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay, Mayhap you thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded, that these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history. And man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he doth set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer hath bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find there the banner of his ancestor, faded by the eons, and still men glorious in that discoveries. 'Tis though his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadow remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. He is such a poet. Be not offended, soul. Thy conduct have ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Mayhap it is the echo which hath opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Oh, something's happening. Whence came that cry? The Solar, Trof forfend, the Ascendant. Something's going on. Ophelia! What happened? So, you must... Oh, what? Whoa, hold on. Oh, that cocaine's kicking in again. With crystal meth. Oh, we're done with that business. Tell me, Louis Shaw, would you have done the same? Louis Shaw Levin was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. Ah, shit. Here we go.
Here we go again.
An Ascian here? How? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, Antecedent. But you are not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge your harshly. The fault lies with your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary, unlike he who came before. I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Habrier. La Habrier is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then he is still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There is no sensation, no oblivion, only exploitation. What are... We're ready when you are, my lady, if there's nothing else. They can't see him. Is something the matter? Ah, shit. I feel the same way after everything that's happened here. It feels strange to leave, but I'm sure we'll soon get used to the Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. Wait, is he using the echo to do this? I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless, What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive not. So it is with all but a chosen few, even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing! The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it, you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrie did not think so highly of the echo. La Habrie is wrong about a great many things. The echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, Antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Oh! Mayhap I was indelicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from his race with such resolve. What was it also by her hand that you survived the ARR, I wonder? Interesting.
Really interesting.
I take it there was no need to explain. Nope, I got it. Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intentions was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I can fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Orianger, send word to the students of Valdesion. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there is any reference to an Ascian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Ascian, my lady? Was that what grave you caused to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Ascians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not, and care not. Find him, soul. Turn every stone in Vesperay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tartaru. Interesting. This is all very interesting. That's very strange. An Ascian robed in white. He didn't sound like he was good, but he didn't necessarily sound like he was evil either. You know?
Yeah. What could it all mean?
White generally denotes purity. So, a good guy? But not at the same time. Who knows? Alright, we gotta search. Oh, here we go. I like the look. I am told that you are the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north, and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish should you survive. We shall speak anon. So we got more time with this guy later. Here we go. Oh, we got more time, more shit. There we go. Thank you, Cameron.
See, Cameron's here still.
Yes, he's following me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why he's not talking, but he is
Yes.
following. Cameron?
Yes.
There we go.
We got this.
He's dead. I don't want to join no feint. Get out of my way. Here we go. This all part of it, Cameron?
Hmm?
Okie dokie. Ooh,
Yeah.
We got big boys.
Hello? Okay. Perfect.
There we go. Interesting. There we go. Let's keep moving forward.
March.
Mysteries. Oh, these things. There he is. Oh. Here we go. You mind?
We like it for a while.
There we go. It's interesting. They're not. Oh, I'm getting sucked in by the frogs. There we go. Frogs! Knock it off!
Get out of the way.
I got more important matters to attend to. White robed figure. Remarkable, truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save he who bested La Brihe could endure such an examination. Have the laws of man grown to so twisted in my absence that it is now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. I realize the same cannot be said of La Brihe. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you. One so strong in the gift that he could not cast us out. Your mother favors you still. That much is plain. But surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes. Even her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. And it was, so shall it be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God, and we shall meet again. Oh, he's definitely not a good guy.
I'll give you that idea.
I was trying to hold off my rudeness until after I realized his true motives. Whoop. I guess I could just fly there. It's no big deal.
I like how we all summoned that one.
Huh?
I like how we all summoned our maps at one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. I'll tell you one thing. I am hungry and I'm tired, so as soon as we get this finished, I'm going to be taking off to get some food.
Yeah.
As well.
I'd be
Same
going
time,
sheep
same time tomorrow? Not same time, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably got my polar bear though.
You and me, Pikachu, have a rendezvous on a different game, too.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
And
So,
someone
Pikachu, what do you think of the story?
pretty dope.
Pretty dope,
Wait,
huh?
yeah. Wait, which one?
Wait, what story? This one.
This
Oh.
one 2.1.
I really enjoyed it, actually.
I really enjoyed the Moogles. I really did.
Moogle
Alright.
or just like
Hold
what the hell?
Thank the gods you've returned, Soul. After you left, I began to
Pikachu,
worry that I might have
Pikachu.
sent you down to
Pikachu.
your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive. Beg pardon, he was waiting for you. What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. Of when does he speak? And of what, exactly? The words of Elidibus pretend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Habrihe. I had hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to be content with a wealth of additional questions. Okay. Final favor to ask of you. Is this it, Cameron?
Hmm?
Is this it? Final favor to ask?
Yeah.
Let us set aside the matter of the Asians until after we have completed our move to the Rising Stone. There is but one final favor I would ask of you before I depart. I believe I mentioned before that my father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. The truth, however, is more complicated than that. As far as the Empire knew, he was their spy. He maintained the deception for nigh a decade, furnishing the resistance with vital Imperial secrets, while feeding his paymasters subsequently concealed misinformation. When he died some 15 years ago, my father left behind his journal, which I have closely guarded ever since. It contains every shred of information he and his agents could steal on what they believed to be the single greatest threat of Eorzea, the Primals. Its wisdom has guided me through the years, though there is much within I still do not understand. It is my hope that Orianger will fare better. Tell him to treat it with care. It is all I have left of my father. Yes, agreed. Lower your helmet. Right.
Mhm.
Oh, no, come back. I was hoping, looks he came back. Sorry about earlier, if you're still here, sorry about earlier. I got a little enthralled into the game and wasn't really paying attention to chat, because it's a little difficult to when you're like sucked in and you're reading and you're enjoying stuff, sometimes it's hard to like look what's going on around you. Games tend to do that. I thought thee departed. So what end dost thou linger? Ooh, the book. The father's final bequest, the daughter's lifelong labor. It is no small thing to surrender such a cherished memento. Well, can I imagine
You just did this.
the antecedent pain?
Okay.
You good, Cameron?
Yeah.
Okay. Upon mine horror, I swear to spare no effort in the study of these materials, lest my lady's sacrifice be in vain. Alrighty.
Or like that seaweed.
Getting the call again. So, this is Minfilia. Forgive me, but I could not wait no longer. I've departed for the Rising Stones.
I don't know that.
If you have yet to,
Can't remember yourself.
hold on. Once you have given the journal to Orianger, I bid you come to the seventh heaven in Revenant's Toll. Seventh heaven, God. That's a reference to 7, isn't it? Or at least a Final Fantasy reference in general. I know it from the 7, right?
Yeah, from the bar.
Yeah, the bar. Oh God, it's so fucking long. I haven't played the remake yet. I played the original.
You should really play the remake.
Yeah, I can't wait. I really should. Tartaru will be there to show you inside our new headquarters. Assuming you have already attuned to it, you may wish to make your use of our new Aetheryte in Revenant's Toll after all. It is right on our doorstep. Thank God. Yeah, this headpiece looks a little goofy, I'll admit that. But hey, this is the summoner gear, so this is how it works. This is how it works. Alrighty.
This is the way.
Here we go, Revenant's Toll. Some of heaven, man. That brings back some memories, I'll tell you that much.
That brings fresh memories. After Revenant told
Here
them.
we go. Tartaru. Oh, so you're here. Good, good. We were all wondering when you'd show up. As what I was just telling your restive receptionist here, I'm pleased to inform you that all the documents have been prepared and all signatures signed. The Rising Stones is officially yours. Nice. Splendid. From this day forward, I will spare no effort in seeing that it is as welcoming and comfortable a home for us as the Waking Sands ever was. That said, this is all somewhat intimidating, is it not? So many unfamiliar places and unfamiliar faces. Take that odd-looking fellow over there, for example. He's been eyeing us most suspiciously ever since we arrived. I cannot help but wonder if we are truly safe here. That's interesting. That man, I can't say I've spoken to him myself, but rumor has it he's come to hunt for ancient treasures in the Crystal Tower. You've seen the structure I speak of, no? It'd be hard to miss it. That massive pillar of shining crystal that looms high over the land just to the southeast of here. If the tales are to be believed, it is a remnant of some ancient civilization. The details remain a mystery, but that's no doubt why it's drawn adventurers and scholars from all over looking to unearth its secrets. And I'm assuming we'll get to go there one day, too. The man over there is no exception, and if my instincts are true, he knows more about than most. If you're curious about the tower yourself, you could do worse than to talk to him and see what he knows. Why, if I weren't otherwise occupied with my duties here, I'd have half a mind to join you. I mean, just look at it. I can't scarce begin to imagine what wonders lie inside. Why, that's wonderful to hear. Rest assured that this receptionist will work just as hard to see that our efforts do not skip a beat despite the relocation. And with that so, I do believe it is time to officially announce your presence to everyone inside. The antecedent and the others will surely be overjoyed to see you. Yes. The Crystal Tower Quest series is now available from Outlandish Man. In order to progress in the main scenario, you must first complete certain quests in the Crystal Tower series. While you are granted a respite from your duties as a scion, use your time to probe the depths of the Crystal Tower and see what ancient secrets may be gleaned. Interesting. So Cameron. Okay, so that's a side thing I have to do, right?
Yes, and that's what you're gonna do tomorrow.
Ah, so for now I just need to enter the new home.
Yep, and that'd be your stopping point.
Alrighty, thank you very much. You know what? So for
And this
caps 2.1.
2.1.
And the Crystal Tower series and the next bit of quest is going to be 2.2.
Yeah, well, because the Crystal Tower is its own thing, but yes.
Yes. Entrance to the Solar. New digs, new home, new place. Gotta love it. Menphilia. Or Patel. It looks very similar to the original, just stony. More More gray. Here we are. My mouse on the screen. The Rising Stones.
Yeah.
Well, it is certainly spacious. I like it. Today marks a new beginning for the signs of the seventh dawn. For today, we declare our Independence Day. I had to. I'm sorry. It was too easy. We shall henceforth be beholden to no nation, but serve all of Eorzea's people proudly and openly. But this does not mean that we will sever our ties to the Eorzean alliance. On the contrary, the antecedent and I shall endeavor to strengthen them. Rest assured, however, that we shall not permit political considerations to influence our decisions. Our identity remains unchanged, as does our cause. We are the signs of the seventh dawn, and our single purpose is to safeguard the future of Eorzea. Nice. I like the sound of that. Get that politics out of right here. For Eorzea! We don't want this to turn into prequels now.
Oh no.
A moment of your time, soul. I would speak of Elidibus. Elidibus. Pardon the intrusion, my lady, but the matter which bringeth me will admit no delay. Mine every attempt to contact the students of the Baldessian have been met with silence. No one will respond? How odd. Allow me to try. No response.
Or
Surely they would not ignore us. They have never yet, my lady. I fear we must assume the worst. No. No, I will not believe it. An outpost, perhaps, but not their headquarters. Their wards are beyond a circumvention. Had they come under attack, they would most certainly have raised the alarm. No one could penetrate their sanctum unnoticed. But for those who lack the gift and the knowledge both, oh no. Contact their agents in the field at once. If aught has befallen the students of Baldessian, they may know of it. Though the thought of it pains me, until such time as we have evidence to the contrary, we can't just assume the worst. Accordingly, we must need seek out another source of information on Elidibus. 'Tis possible that others in the homeland are possessed of such knowledge. Be fairly warned, however, they are unlike to yield it unconditionally. Do what you must. Yet another unforeseen and unwelcome development. What could be next, I wonder? A visit from the crimson-clad Asian? Perhaps, or Ocher, or Poos. I don't know what these words are. And which of our allies will then fall silent? For a time, I thought we had gained the upper hand. When you shattered the crystal of darkness and cast out La Habrihe, I dared to hope that we had found a way to rid ourselves of the Asian menace. But I was wrong. He endures. He may yet return. Upon that point, I have no doubt that Elidibus spoke true. Yet there must be a way to destroy them utterly. A way to spare this world their unholy machinations. I dare not consider the alternative. Maybe we just find the most powerful of all 13 of them, and then find the 7 that are true, and then destroy those, Pikachu. Trap them. And then, only then, can we be truly rid of the darkness. Wait, wrong game. Anyway, there are forces at work we do not understand, Soul. I discern them all around. In disturbances too great and too numerous to be dismissed as mere coincidence. Doubtless the paragons are involved, but how and to what end is far from clear. I know not what will come, but I do know that we will rise and meet it as one.
Pikachu?
Ah, my steward hero. Your stalwart hero. Your face is a picture of resolve. I know that you will be ready when the time comes. With luck, however, that will not be for a while yet. Pray return to your private affairs with my blessing. Should anything else arise, you will be informed. And there it is. And there it is.
Pikachu?
Kyle, where are you?
What are you doing?
Do you mind?
Oh, sorry.
Uh-oh. Here we go again. Your intercession was not foretold. You object? Nabrialis. We question our plans are in motion. Your intentions unclear. They survived the 7th Ardor and are stronger now in the gift. Does that not intrigue you? No, it does not. Serve as you will, so too shall I. We labor not at cross purposes. The wisdom of his plan shall become apparent in time, when the veil is lifted from their eyes, and at long last they see. There they go again. Complete. There we go. A realm we awoken. Achievement unlocked. 20 points.
You get 20 points. Ka-ching.
Ka-ching. Alrighty, here we go. We are officially finished with 2.1. I liked it. It was short, sweet, to the point, had a cool storyline, cool fight, and more story progression. I would have wished for more story progression, but we'll see. We'll see. That wasn't bad. I was honestly expecting it to be a lot longer. I'm glad I could get that done in one day. Feels nice.
Say anything.
That being said, though, where are you guys?
Everywhere.
Oh, great. Now you guys are primals?
Yes, I'm the hidden primal.
Oh, God. Alright, before this gets any cringier, let's go ahead and end this.
No.
Alright. That was 2.1. My thoughts. I liked it. Again, I'm gonna say that again. I wish there was a little bit more progression in the overall story, but I guess we can't have everything. I enjoyed it though. The Moogle storyline was pretty cool. Got to see some cool Moogle stuff. Giving Moogles are a pretty big face in like Final Fantasy because of the fact that they show up in like everything else too. Wherever Final Fantasy references are, Moogles will be abound, just basically. And
Moogle is not a Final Fantasy game.
yeah. It was really cool because considering that was kind of my introduction back to the series, was playing through Kingdom Hearts, playing through the Monster Hunter World, and having that storyline in there, which the storyline in Monster Hunter World was actually a sort of offshoot of this story, this game. That's what they were referencing with 14, which was really cool. Fighting the behemoth. Honestly, though, I don't know if any of the fights in this game could hold a candle to that behemoth fight in Monster Hunter, because I love the idea of that behemoth fight, because it really did encompass what this game is all about. Because unlike most Monster Hunter fights, where pretty much everyone just brought whatever armor and weapons they needed and just did what they wanted, and as long as you went on the boss long enough and didn't die enough, it would die. But the behemoth fight in Monster Hunter, when it came in, was special, was unique, because it actually forced players to do something very different. And it was very clever how they designed it. People really only could probably beat that fight with majority. There's some that, like Team Darkside, which demolished the fight without any. But majority of the people needed 4 things. You had 1 tank who grabbed anonymity from the boss to keep the boss and tank the boss's attacks, while 2 DPSs wailed on its backside. Meanwhile, another player, the 4th player, played at support, healing the party and keeping them alive from these vicious attacks. And it was one of the hardest fights in the entire base game. Not kidding. It took us unbelievable amounts of retries to finally beat it.
Yeah.
But it was awesome. It was cool. And the reward was, of course, the Lancer class armor and the Lancer class weapon, which actually in that game is called a glaive, and it does different things. But the point is, that's what the stuff looked like. And your pet had a skin for a Moogle, and the Moogle King's staff, which is really cool. And that really what intrigued me to start playing Final Fantasy XIV. I was like, I played a little bit of 7 back in the day, and I don't know what happened, but I want to start playing Final Fantasy again. And so I always had a plan to come play 14 after that event. I just hadn't done it until now. With that being said, that was a tangent aside. I've been really enjoying my time with the game so far. And, yeah. 2.1? What would you guys' thoughts?
I'll give it an 8.5.
8.5. 8.5?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, if that's your note for this, I can't wait to see what your Heaven's Ward notes are.
11.
But that being said, this inches us one step closer to Heaven's Ward, the coveted Heaven's Ward. But I am out of time for today. So I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to see you guys all, hopefully, in the next one, where we start 2.2. And, well, first we got to do Crystal Tower, then 2.2, but you get the point. Long story short, we'll see you in the next one. Say goodbye, everybody.
Crystal Towers are gonna be the best.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Now expectations have been set. I'll see you guys there.
Gonna be the best thing out of all of this.
Yeah. See you guys there. See you guys. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Good enough. Pikachu.
Yeah.
Say bye.
Bye-bye.
You guys are. I love how you guys can turn just saying goodbye into somewhat of a chore.
You're welcome.
Yes. All right. See you guys in Crystal Tower.